Job security does not exist for the average person. Let's watch.
So I don't know if I'm about to be let off or promoted, so we'll see. Let's do it. Hello.
Thank you for taking the time to meet with us today.
Mm-hmm.
I do have some news. So, as you know, the business is very behind on goals, and so is the industry.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to maintain long-term stability, we've had to make the difficult decision to restructure.
Okay.
In order to compete with the environment. So totally outside of your hard work and your impact on our community and everything like that, we have to reduce the workforce by 5%. And this means that your role is going to be eliminated.
Okay.
And Taylor, this is not a reflection of your work, your contributions, your dedication, anything like that. It is a business decision.
Got it.
I want to thank you for everything, your commitment and all your hard work along the way, and the incredible relationship you've made with our clients. And so I know that this can be overwhelming. Do you want a minute before I pass it off?
You can pass it off.
Okay. Hi, Taylor. Sorry to be meeting with you under these circumstances. I'm on the...
No questions for you.
We appreciate your hard work.
Thanks. I'll too. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Taylor.
Just got laid off.
For some people, they think that they will never get fired. They are in denial. They may see other people getting fired left and right in their company, and they still don't think that, wow, one day this could be me. So let me get on my grind now and, have something on the side. So when that time comes, I have something to lay on. They wait until the day they get fired. And that's when they start thinking about their bills. That's when they start thinking about their mortgage. What am I going to do from here? But you cannot really rely on one source of income. I always say that. It can be a side hustle. Find a side hustle that brings you $500 to $1,000 a month. At least that can pay for, some of your necessities, before you find a new job. Imagine how that could change your finances. And there's no shame in being let go from a company. It doesn't necessarily mean that you were a bad performer. I got let go one time myself. That was actually my first sales job in logistics. And a few months in, I wasn't hitting my goals, and people in my team on my team were not hitting their goals. 3 people on my team got let go when I got there, just 2 months. 2 months out of the job, 3 people got let go. And I knew I was next. I wasn't, delusional. I knew it was going to come. So I was really actively applying to other jobs. So my firing happened in person, actually. It didn't happen virtually. I got into the office one morning, 10 a.m. My manager told me, hey, can I see you for a second? I knew it, because that's how the other firings happened. I knew exactly what was going to happen. We got in the room, he started, talking about, hey, you did really good. You're a really good sales guy. This is not about you. The same talk track the lady was giving, in that last meeting. And hey, I cut him off. I was like, hey, I understand. I got you. I enjoyed my time here. I know this is not your decision. This might not be your decision. It might or might not be. I don't know. But hey, this is not your decision. I respect the company's decision. And I knew this was coming. I told my manager this. I knew this was coming. So I prepared myself for it. So there's no worry. And he just looked at me. He was like, wow. It's like, wow, I'm trying to break this person, but I don't see no weakness in them. He was surprised. I kept it cool. I kept a cordial relationship. At the end, he asked me if I wanted to sign for unemployment. I told him I'm fine. I already had a job lined up. So you always have to be one step ahead. Don't wait until they come and let you go. Because you have bills to pay, you have responsibilities. So do whatever you have to do on the side, work on yourself, get certifications, find side hustle, start your own business on the side while you have that job that is paying you well. Have a business on the side. Okay, grow that business slowly. So one day you can, be in control of your own finances. You control what is coming in. Do not rely only on one source of income. It is a disaster. Okay, let's go to the next one.
So earlier this week, I was laid off, and I'm actually kind of okay with it. I think I realized that I probably would not have decided to leave my cushy, comfortable job of my own to pursue my own business and creative ventures without literally being pushed out. I'm choosing to see this as a sign that it's time for me to really invest in my own self. And although the timing was very much unexpected, I'm excited to see what's gonna happen because I know I got options. I'm a 9-to-5 hottie with 6-figure skills. If I want a 9-to-5 job, I can get another one. But until then, I'm excited to see where my own time and talents can take me. Because I know that when one door closes, another more abundant one is just around the corner.
JP Morgan Chase has announced that they are going to do around 1,000 layoffs. But there's something else that we should notice about this layoff. Around a few months ago, JP Morgan Chase announced that they were going to force everybody back to the office 5 days a week. Was this just quiet layoffs? Like they just forced people back to the office to force people to quit? I recently talked to a recruiter that is pretty close to where JP Morgan is headquartered, and they told me that they had talked to a lot of candidates that had decided to actually quit because they couldn't make the 2-hour commute either way every single day of the week. So the whole return to office 5 days a week was essentially quiet layoffs. And now we're seeing real layoffs. So I think we're going to continue to see this pattern. Companies forcing people back to the office, hoping people quit so they can have a round of quiet layoffs, and then officially doing layoffs a few months later. We'll see whether we see this with other companies that are forcing people back to the office, most notably Amazon. But guys, if your company's starting to force people back to the office, be aware that there might actually be layoffs coming in the near future. Get your resume ready, start networking.
Amazon actually tried to do the same thing. Forcing people to get back to the office 5 days a week is actually another strategy to make people quit. It's a technique. You have to understand the corporate strategy. Amazon actually tried to do the same thing, and they were expecting people to quit. They told everybody they have to come to the office 5 days a week, and they were surprised that many people didn't quit, and they had to extend the date of people coming to the office because there were not enough space for everybody in the office. So they were expecting them to quit. They actually didn't want them to come to the office. They were just expecting people to quit. Because this proved that they were not even ready. They didn't have the infrastructure to hold everybody in the office. And that's what I always say. Make sure you don't depend 100% on one source of income. While you're at that job, bring your best, do your best, do not hold. Do whatever you need to do, look for that promotion, help your team. However, while you're doing that, when you go home from 5 to 9 p.m., work on yourself, work on your business, work on your side hustle. That's what's going to take you out of the corporate world. If you just go on the job, coming back, watch TV, relax, you're in trouble. You are in trouble because things are going to get more competitive, especially with the federal firings. Things are going to get more competitive. More than 70,000 people are losing their job, federal jobs. So those people are going to come and try to work for your company. They're going to apply to private sectors. They're going to apply to public sectors. So it's going to become more competitive. If you have a job right now, be grateful for it. Do your best. because having a 9 to 5 is becoming a privilege. It is becoming a privilege. So now let's see what to do after getting laid off.
If I got laid off today, here's exactly what I would do next. This is coming from somebody who's lost multiple jobs and has continued to find a new job each time. It even happened to me right before Thanksgiving once, so I know what it's like to go through the holiday season. The first thing you need to do is file for unemployment. Figure out what the laws are in your state when you're able to do it, but understand it can take some time to process, especially around the holiday time, and you want to get that started as soon as possible. The second thing I would do is brush up my LinkedIn page, update your description, update your latest role, update your headline with exactly what it is that you're looking for, update your skills section so you can be found easily. Next, obviously, I would update my resume, make sure it really speaks to my strengths, make sure it leads to what I've done most recently in my role. And that's when I dive into the search after that. Things are going to slow down at holiday time. Hiring does still happen, but it happens less. So this is your time to really prepare and make sure you're making that great first impression. Then I would make my post on LinkedIn. Your post on LinkedIn is not about the company that laid you off. You do not need to thank them for their time. I am looking for a new position after a layoff. I am looking for this type of role. I bring these types of skills to the table. These are the types of companies that I would do best in. Please share this with anybody you know who may be hiring. That call to action is important. This groundwork is what you need to set in order to get that momentum going on the job search. Diving right in before all that stuff is ready is going to hurt you on the search. Take the time and do it right to get going with the right momentum.
Make sure you leave your comments below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Like this video. My name is Amadou, and I will see you soon.